And then on top of that, to the earth is doing more damage. And the earth is where we live. And if we don't have an earth, we got the majorest problem. So it escalates by being selfish. But um, yeah, I'm lost in thought. But basically, that's the vegetarian. I hope things will change. I believe things will change. It's inedible. You know, that's another video too. So hopefully we can do that. Yeah. My next subject is holding down the black man. Now, I don't know what you're thinking of or if you're still here, but basically, you must hear it. And sometimes, like everything in the world, not everything is what it seems, and not everything you hear is exactly how it is. Because, yes, there is a kind of lack of equilibrium between races, and yes, white people have a privilege, even though a lot of people disagree, and sometimes they could be kind of right because there's things we can't see that they can see. But the real truth is history and what's going on. And if you're white and you're looking outside of a black life, you're gonna have your perspective, and it's gonna look a certain way to you, but it might not be at what it is. You know what I mean? I can tell you from experience. I came from a black community when I lived in a black community from when I was born to when I was about 10 years old. Then I moved to a white community. I went to a white school. And that was the first time I experienced racism. And when I was in this school, they made it clear to me that I had to change my ways and blend in. That's what my subconscious said. Milks, you can no longer act the way you do because of the way these people are treating you, and it's like 1,000 to 1. So as a kid, survival instinct, you go with it, and I became more whiteified. Yeah. The reasons behind that is probably nothing personal. There's probably no plan. It could be. I don't know, but I doubt it. It just seems like they need to feel comfortable, and I can understand that different cultures always clash. And people will pick up on other people's cultures the more they interact with them to have a common ground, like changing from Samsung to Apple. You have to change a little bit, yeah? But I did realize it made me kind of disvalue my heritage. I no longer looked upon, I even straightened my hair. I used to suck in my lips and shit. And because they used to tell me about my lips and everything, and that's what made me want to be like them. But I didn't want to be like them. But it's subconsciously, it was survival. So things like Bounties or coconuts or Oreos or whatever your Uncle Tom's, they don't choose to be that way. It's just circumstances. No, I don't think one has chosen because there's no reason to not want to love yourself, except for that someone plants it in your head. And it might not even be consciously done, or maybe it's subconsciously the way they are. Like people think white people are devils. I don't think white people are devils, but I do believe there's some beautiful white souls who are um, are, are godly and have goodness in them, and I believe there's not. And that's not just in white people. That's all races. It's just how they've been brought up because we are all human, having an experience, and we're sponges and we take in things, and then those things we take in we let out through over the years. So if you've been given hardship and horribleness and negativity all your life, that's what's in your software. That's what's gonna come out. That's the program. If it's the other way around, it ain't. Do you know what I mean? And that's. I'm gonna leave that subject. The black. Yeah. So basically, the reason why I brought up this black thing because I'm no longer really like most black people who are in black environments, which I used to be like. Maybe only 10 years ago, we're 2000, maybe only like 14 years ago, I was like that. I used to think, I'm only about black people. I don't really speak to white people. I've got no time for white people. White people are out to ruin the black community. They are all bad. They are cursed. They are devils. They are corrupt. Their soul is like a cripple. Everything is bad about them. There's nothing good. Black man is God and everything. That's how I used to think. But I changed through certain experiences, deep, meaningful experiences, like a DMT kind of awakening. But it was without drugs. I could go in. I've made videos about it, but anyway. The reason why I brought this subject up is because I know basically there is definitely a problem, and definitely has been a problem towards the black community. Because, for example, it's just like if you're a very talented white singer, you'll make it. But there's loads of talented black singers, and they was there before them. And matter of fact, those black talented singers made that talented white singer what they are if it was in that type of genre, that type of music. Yeah, they will get further just because they're white. Yeah, and like that's one example. It's all subtle things because it seems like a subconscious for some white people to act in that way that you know I am going to get one over this person because of his color. I'm not going to help because of his color. But I don't think it's a color thing. I think it's more of a character thing. They have a difference. One is a bit bolder. One is a bit more reserved. One is a bit more diplomatic, subtle with the way they talk. One others speaks their mind. And there's a clash in characters. That's all I think that is. I don't think it's personal or race. But maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe there's a gender. Maybe we were slaves because of some kind of big conspiracy, which is way deeper than color, and it's something to do with what we are and what they are, and it's like opposites, and there has to be some kind of control to benefit in for the sins. I don't know. It goes. There's so many theories. There's a lot to everything, to the reasons of everything. How how the world is it flat? Is it round? Is it a god? Isn't it a god? Do you do this to do that? Do you do that to do this? Do you know what I mean? No one knows because we're divided and ruled by something. We're not together finding out the truth because of egos and all types of reasons. Better stick to that word. Um, so, um, the reason why I brought up this is because the black community, the ghetto youngsters, kind of under this hypnotism of violence and negative behavior and down spiral inspiration. Like they're not inspiration beings. They wanna cuss, put people down, make them feel a certain way, rob, beat, kill. All this is in the black community, and you gotta think we're all human beings. So we all was once a child with a clean slate and good natures, because most kids have good natures, smiling, happy, want to laugh, because they've just come from the heavens. And they grow and they're pure and they become worse as they get older. Less confident, less ability, less happiness, less abundance, less inquisitive, less love, less belief in God, and all these things. And damn, this has been a long video. I don't think they're gonna show this, man. I'm gonna have to cut this or whatever. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep on going, work it out. Um, so the reason why I mentioned this black thing is because it's just strange. We all are the same. Yeah, we all are human beings. But one race has this way of being destructive and negative and have a image that they are really ugly souls. Because anyone who gets inspired to make people uninspired, to hurt physically, even kill, And I hear rape as well in America, because the black man in America is a lot different than the black man in England. We are kind of you don't really get that in England, like so much of the rape and all that, you know. And that I always used to think black people were kind of cool when it came to the sexual crimes. Sorry to say it, but you hear a lot more other races when it comes to paedophilia and all them things. But rape, it seems I've been hearing, which is very dark, you know. And basically, I just wonder, like, I think personally something has made a trap for the young black ghettos kids to look a certain way. Maybe because they are the opposite of what they are. Maybe before slavery and the conditioning and the environments they've been put in to become what they are, and maybe even like inside job people who've been planted in the ghettos to promote this negativity in a positive way to make it seem like it's something you're supposed to do, which is like rap music and videos and the money and the girls and the fame and the glory and the respect. Yeah, it all seems like it's been set up to make this. Maybe this black person was a holy, divine being before slavery and has been turned into like are the saviors of the world, but been turned upside down to not be taken seriously and to be looked upon. Because the white man is more holier and more peaceful and more positive than the black man right now. I don't know. The black man has become worse. When we was in the 70s and 60s, we kind of had a bit more love, and the love has got less. We have Rastafarians who have the love. We have the Muslims who have the love, or some understanding of love. Maybe not always 100% in tune with the right principles, but are trying anyway, and maybe making a good job out of a half job. But that's the only reason I brought it up, man. It just seems like something, and Nation is on 5%, Wu Tang, Sizzla, Capleton, all the entertainment, conscious entertainment, you know, they have shine a light, which I have to say, yeah, maybe there is something in it, Like, but I can't say maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's nothing. I don't know. Anyway, that's that subject. The next subject, and this video has to cut soon, is So that's the black community. Now they live in that life, right? Because basically that seemed like the thing to do. But it's like, what if everyone enjoyed their time? Yeah, because the only reason that guy's robbing you is because he needs to enjoy his time, and in order for him to enjoy his time, he needs some kind of finance. Yeah, but what if he was to get finance for doing something he enjoyed? He will be a nice person who enjoys his time. It will be a pleasure to be around. Who wouldn't physically harm you, or mentally harm you, or spiritually harm you. Yeah, and that basically would be brilliant if more souls were like that, or every soul was like that. So what's stopping that? What's stopping people from seeing that? If we can go to the moon and create iPhone 6 and Wi-Fi and smart this and all types of intelligent things, why can we not fix that? Now that leads me to the next thing to think, that there's a reason why that is. Like it can't happen because of something that is dependent on our downfall. And I've thought this for many years. Anyway, the video's got a cut now. I think if I can cut it, I better cut it here anyway. I had much more to say, man. Like the unrepairable souls. Even though it's a good idea, there's unrepairable souls. I mean, there's souls you just can't understand the right way. They're so messed up. They're so believing in their lies and how they've seen and viewed the world wrongly for so long, but they think that's right. But you tell them they're wrong and show them the right way, they aren't quick to go with that. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.